hugging our knees, the guy beside me praying under his breath, and me fumbling for the air sickness bag, thinking, I hate flying. If I survive this, I'll never get on a plane again. I'll drive everywhere. In the back of my mind, I remembered Bree, the law clerk who'd given me a ride to the airport, saying, You know, Mrs. Macklin, statistically, flying is much safer than driving. I don't care, I told her. I'd much rather travel by car, where I can be in the driver's seat. If they'd let me pilot the plane, then I'd like flying. Bree giggled, the sound too light and childlike for her tightly French-twisted hair and trying to impress dark suit. Control is an illusion, she offered. I've been reading 99 Principles of Everyday Zen, and that's the first one. You can't achieve Zen until you relinquish control of the universe to the universe. Glancing at the visor mirror, I tucked a few strands of dark hair behind my ear and met the red-rimmed hazel eyes of a woman who was tempted to say something sharp, world-weary, and cynical. Why were young law clerks always seeking the deeper meaning of life in self-help books? Be careful what you buy into, kid, I advised as Bree pulled up to the curb in the airport drop-off zone. A good lawyer can't afford to be zen. You'll get mugged at the negotiating table. By the way, are you sleeping with my husband? Bree laughed again. She could be, I thought. She's beautiful. I closed my eyes as the plane bounced against the runway, then went airborne again, and I saw Bree's face. Then it faded into the face of the woman lounging at a sidewalk table with a fresh frap from my favorite Santa Monica coffee house. The woman smiled at Kyle, her long blonde hair lifting in the saltwater breeze, her eyes sparkling. She slid a hand across the table and into his, while I sat in the right turn lane, not 4 miles from our home. Hadn't it occurred to Kyle that I might pass by, driving Macy to school? Didn't he wonder what would happen if Macy saw? Macy would know exactly what was going on. Southern California kids aren't stupid. Even 9-year-olds understand what it means when a married man is sitting in a sidewalk cafe with an ocean view in broad daylight, holding hands with a client. Fortunately, Macy was looking out the other window, her head jiving to whatever downloaded song was playing on her iPod. The light turned green, and I drove away, my hands shaking on the steering wheel, the cafe scene playing over and over in my mind until it seemed like a bad movie rather than reality. One of the hazards of living within proximity of the movie capital of the world. Everything seems like fiction, even your own life. Macy reached for the door handle as I pulled to the curb to let her out. I tapped her on the shoulder, and she turned back to me, tugging out her earbuds. Bye, Mom. She leaned across the car and hugged me, her long honey-brown hair, her father's hair, tickling my shoulder. Have a good trip. I will. Closing my eyes, I held on to her until finally she wiggled away. Be a good girl, Mace. You've got your routine down, right? Isha's going to pick you up from school every day except Wednesday because that's her day off. Thank God for the new au pair. Dad's supposed to come get you on Wednesday. What if he's sleeping with the au pair, too? Kendall's mom will give you a ride to school in the mornings and to gymnastics Tuesday and Thursday, and on Friday, if you're not back by then, Grandma and Grandpa Macklin pick me up so I can stay with them at the beach for the weekend. And on Monday afternoon, if you're still not back, I'm riding to dance class with Pesha. But Pesha doesn't do dance on Wednesday, and Wednesday's Isha's day off. So this Wednesday, Brooke Strayhorn's mom is going to stop by for me. Brooke's annoying, you know. All she talks about is video games. But anyway, after Dad drops me at home, if he has to go back to work, I'm supposed to lock up and stay in the house until they come to get me for dance class. Don't answer the phone, don't answer the door, stay inside. She swiveled her head, blinked at me over her slim shoulder, then smiled. I've got it, Mom. Don't worry about me, okay? I'm not a baby. I touched the side of her face, smoothed a hand over her sun-lightened hair. I know, sweetheart. You're amazing. Mom.